चलिए तो स्टार्ट करते हैं मैजिक बुलेट थ्योरी और हम hypodermic needle theory or two step flow theory, right? So we are going to start this very important model which is generally asked in the UGC-NET exam. So we are going to start with the first slide, that is the magic bullet theory, or we will understand the root concept also. Okay, हम root concept भी समझेंगे इसको, और बहुत ही important model है, प्लीज ध्यान दीजिएगा आप लोग, सभी लोग ध्यान देंगे this important model. So during the Second World War, the media plays a vital role in the United States as well in the Germany to make the influence in the people's mind, right? So these two countries, the powerful country, the United States and the Germany, they too have used the media, right? The power of media, that they made influence in the people's mind. They were using this platform, they were using the radio medium, they were using the radio medium to influence the people's mind, or in that time television was also there, right? So they were using radio as well as the television and the newspaper, that whatever the medium in that were present, so they were using that medium to influence the people's mind, right? So in the Germany, ठीक है, हिटलर को आप जानते हैं, हिटलर की नाजी used his film industry for the propaganda. They started using the mediums for making the propaganda, and they produced lot of movies in for the promotions of their achievements, right? Which made a great impact in the German's mind. Okay, जर्मन के लोगों में, जर्मन के माइंड के लोगों में ये अच्छी इमेज बनाने के लिए, अपनी अचीवमेंट की पहचान पर्चा लहराने के लिए उन्होंने क्या किया, प्रचार प्रसार करना शुरू कर दिया. They started advertisement, they started promoting their own self, or promoting their that victory in the German mind, and they started propagating through all these mediums, right? So अपना जीत का जो है, अपनी जीत की परचम लहराने के लिए इन्होंने प्रोपेगेंडा शुरू कर दिया, और उन्होंने कई सारे मूवीज जो है प्रोड्यूस किया. उस मूवीज में, सारे मूवीज में उन्होंने क्या किया, they showed that Germany has won the war, that Germany has conquered the war. ठीक है, उन्होंने वॉर को जीत लिया है, अचीवमेंट्स को शो किया अपने मूवीज के थ्रू, और जर्मन के माइंड पे बहुत ही बड़ा ग्रेट इम्पैक्ट डाला, राइट? सो लेटर इन द यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स आल्सो यूज इट्स ओन हॉलीवुड. अब अमेरिका ने, राइट, अगेन द अमेरिका, द यूनाइटेड स्टेट यूजिंग सिमिलरली एज द जर्मनी वाज यूजिंग द मीडियम टू impact in the German mind, the same way United States also started using this medium, right? So United States also, it's on Hollywood and the produced films like It's Happened One Night, It's a Wonderful Life, the Mr. Smith, all these movies that they produced, United States produced, in order to portray the Germany as a evil force. ठीक है, that the evil, ठीक है, उनकी बुराइयां करना शुरू कर दिया, that in the American mind. ठीक है, तो एक तरफ in the two sides, the one side Germany started the propaganda, making propaganda through the film, and on another side the America started propaganda to impact in the American mind about that Germany as a evil force, right? So जर्मनी की बुराई करने लगा अमेरिका अपनी मूवीज के माध्यम से, और जर्मनी अपनी मूवीज के माध्यम से अपनी कंट्री को प्रमोट करने लगा, अपनी अचीवमेंट्स को बताने लगा, राइट? सो यहां तक क्लियर है. हम जस्ट वी आर रीडिंग द रूट कॉन्सेप्ट, दैट फ्रॉम वेयर द थ्योरी एंड मॉडल्स हैज इवॉल्व्ड. ओके, कहां से ये थ्योरी और मॉडल्स निकला है, दैट वी आर टेलिंग यू, राइट? सो हमें लगता है ये आपको समझ में आ गया होगा, ये क्लियर हो गया होगा, राइट? यस, ग्रेट. चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं. मैजिक बुलेट थ्योरी, अब यहीं से चीजें होती है स्टार्ट. ठीक है, इसका मतलब हमने दैट इन द प्रीवियस स्लाइड व्हाट वी हैव ऑब्जर्व्ड, दैट आइदर रेडियो, टेलीविजन, सिनेमा, all these mediums were used by the Germany and as well as American to impact on the audience, right? Impact into the audience, directly impact into the audience. इसका मतलब है कि मीडिया का इफेक्ट, right? Media has have the effect, media has having the power to influence the mind of the people, right? So these things that they prove that media is having the effect. So they evolved the theory that the magic bullet theory, उन्होंने magic bullet theory को evolve किया. So here the magic bullet is theory what? The magic, that the instant. Magic क्या होता है? जादू करना, that instant आपको कुछ पल में लगेगा कि कुछ नहीं हुआ, अचानक से हुआ, right? The instant reaction is that what? The magic. Okay, so here the media is your the magic gun, right? Media is the magic gun that fired the masses directly into the audience head. ठीक है, audience के head में, ठीक है, that the gun is audience head में directly. This is what the media and this is what the audience. Okay, so media gun fired the masses directly into the audience head without their own knowledge. Okay, so this is what the instant reactions from the audience mind without any hesitations, that's called the magic bullet theory. Now with the simple example, I would like to make you understand the magic bullet theory is that the instant reactions, right? So if you see the changes in the mind of the audience, right? If there is causing the changes in the audience mind, manipulating the behavior of the audience, manipulating the mind of the audience, it means the media has have the effect, has have the power to make the instant change in the mind of audience, right? So this word, the magic bullet theory says that media is having the power to change the mind, to change the behavior, to manipulate the behavior. So this what the magic bullet theory says, that the masses is the bullet, right? The masses is bullet, gun is the media, gun, see I'm writing it here, gun is the media, masses is the bullet, masses is the bullet, right? So and this जो जिन पे लगा, that bullet, ठीक है, that bullet hit the mind of audience, bullet hit the mind of audience controlled by the gun that is under the media. ठीक है, इट मींस मीडिया के पावर सब कुछ है, मीडिया चाहे तो इंस्टेंट चीजें चेंज कर सकता है, लोगों की बिहेवियर को बदल सकता है, दैट वी हैव अंडरस्टूड, राइट? सो इट मींस हियर द ऑडियंस इज व्हाट? ऑडियंस क्या है यहाँ पे? दैट इज ऑडियंस इज एक्टिव और पैसिव, एवरीबॉडी विल टेल हियर द ऑडियंस इज एक्टिव और पैसिव. Yes, great. So audience here it is active. Okay. Yes, great. Very good. So that audience is here passive, right? And the media is here the active, you can say. So audience यहाँ पे passive है and they cannot resist the masses, right? They cannot resist the media masses. That is called the hypodermic needle theory. Okay. It is so it is important to note it down that मैजिक बुलेट थ्योरी को हम दूसरे नाम से भी जानते हैं, वी कॉल इट एज अदर नेम आल्सो. सो मीडिया मैजिक बुलेट थ्योरी इज कॉल्ड hypodermic needle theory. Okay, so needle is what? There is one thing, that needle, and the second thing, that is medicine, that the needle and the medicine. So if I ask you that which impact instant, that needle or medicine, everybody will tell yes, needle impact the instant. ये सबसे ज्यादा तुरंत रोग को ठीक कर देता है, राइट? सबसे जल्दी, दैट इट मेक्स यू मच मोर हेल्दी, राइट? सो निडल जो है आपको तुरंत ही ठीक करेगा, रोग को ठीक करेगा. सो इट इज क्वाइट बेटर देन मेडिसिन. ओके, सो हियर that's why it is here known as the needle. It instant reaction, ठीक है, instant reaction, that is what the needle, right, needle, and the patient is who, that audience. Okay, so both theories are dealt with the impact of media masses in the audience mind, right? So there is no differences between the theory of hypodermic needle theory and magic bullet theory. So there are no differences. Both theories deals with the impact of media masses in the audience mind, that the audience reacts toward the masses without any hesitations. Okay, so is it clear? जल्दी से बताएंगे सभी को clear है ये magic bullet theory, that the media is having the power to make you change and the audience are here passive. Yes, very good. Everybody has understood this model, that magic bullet theory. Okay. Now, one thing, this para is very much important. It is very much important. This para is very much important. Please read it. People's Choice. A study conducted by Lagersfeld in the 1940 about the Franklin D. Roosevelt. Okay, Franklin D. Roosevelt के बारे में लाजवेट ने एक स्टडी कंडक्ट किया. उस स्टडी का क्या नाम था? पीपल्स चॉइस. ओके, सो रूजवेल्ट इलेक्शन कैंपेन, ठीक है, उस इलेक्शन कैंपेन के दौरान जो है स्टडी कंडक्ट कराया गया, एक रिसर्च कराया गया, जिसमें क्या पता चला, ठीक है. सबसे पहले तो आप ये याद रखिए दैट यू हैव टू कीप इन माइंड दैट स्टडी नेम वाज पीपल्स चॉइस. This is very much important for your exams. People's Choice, right? That conducted by the Lagersfeld in the 1940, and this study was about किसके बारे में था ये स्टडी? The Franklin D. Roosevelt election campaign and the effects of media masses. मीडिया मैसेज का क्या प्रभाव पड़ता है, और फ्रैंकलिन डी रूजवेल्ट की इलेक्शन कैंपेन को लेकर ये स्टडी था पीपल्स चॉइस में कि लोगों को क्या पसंद है. ठीक है, लोग किसको चुनते हैं, ठीक है, अपने प्रेसिडेंट के दावेदारी के लिए, प्रेसिडेंट के लिए, कि प्रेसिडेंट को कितने लोग वोट देंगे, कौन उनका पसंदीदा है. that the election campaign did related with the election campaign and the effects of media masses का कितना प्रभाव पड़ता है, that they wanted to understand the study that about the Franklin D. Roosevelt and the effects of media masses, right? So through this study Lagersfeld disapproved the magic bullet theory. ठीक है, उन्होंने मैजिक बुलेट थ्योरी को डिसअप्रूव कर दिया. क्यों किया डिसअप्रूव? दैट वी विल come to know here, ठीक है, and added the audience are more influential in interpersonal than media masses. So Lagersfeld disapproved the media magic bullet theory and given importance to the audience, that audience are more influential, not the media. What the Lagersfeld here said, that audience is more influential than the media in the magic bullet theory. Right, it is more important to understand the root concept. Okay, so the evolution of new model, that is, everybody will say the evolution of new model from here, that where the audience is more influential. Yes, that is two-step flow theory. From here the new model evolved, that it says that ऑडियंस इज हैविंग द मोर इन्फ्लुएंशियल. हमें लोगों से ज्यादा प्रभाव पड़ता है, हमें मीडिया से ज्यादा प्रभाव नहीं पड़ता है. मैजिक बुलेट थ्योरी कहता है कि डायरेक्ट इंपैक्ट पड़ता है, वहीं पे टू स्टेप फ्लो थ्योरी कहता है कि मीडिया का डायरेक्ट इंपैक्ट नहीं पड़ता है, इंटरपर्सनल कम्युनिकेशन का डायरेक्ट इंपैक्ट पड़ता है. इंटरपर्सनल कम्युनिकेशन ज्यादा इन्फ्लुएंसिव है, राइट? सो क्वेश्चन इज नाउ हेयर, अभी हमने टू स्टेप फ्लो थ्योरी नहीं पढ़ा है, बट द मेन रूट कॉन्सेप्ट दैट यू हैव टू अंडरस्टूड, दैट इफ आई आस्क यू दैट इंटरपर्सनल कम्युनिकेशन इज more influential than the mass communication, then the interpersonal communication is more influential than the mass communication, which seems in, ठीक है, जो कि that the option is magic bullet theory and two step flow theory. जल्दी से everybody will tell. Everybody will tell. Yes, great, very good. So it means interpersonal communication is more influential than the mass communication or media, right? So please, the two questions are important here. Please, important, very much important. If question asks you, media has direct impact. Media has direct impact in. So what will be the answer? Magic bullet or two step? Yes, very good. Very good, very good. So media is having direct impact in magic bullet theory and two-step flow theory in interpersonal communication. Okay, so these things are very much important. Please understand. Okay, now in another style, how they can ask you? How they can ask you in another style? The question can be the contradictory of magic bullet theory is the contradictory of magic bullet theory is. Now say everybody yes. Very good, very good. Everybody will tell yes. This is what two-step flow theory. Okay, so contradictory है, एक दूसरे के उल्टा है. मीडिया यहाँ पे मैजिक बुलेट थ्योरी में मीडिया का डायरेक्ट इम्पैक्ट होता है, वही the media has not having the direct impact in the two-step flow theory. So you can say that that contradictory of magic bullet theory is the two-step flow theory. Okay, is it clear to everybody? जल्दी से बताएंगे, सभी को क्लियर है, समझ में आया? Yes, good. So question इस तरीके से आपको पूछे जा सकते हैं, और ये मैं आपको बता दूं that which I should tell you that this contradictory question was asked in the UGC-NET exam 2012, UGC-NET 2012 June, right? The question number can be the 7 and 8, right? Question number can be the 7 and 8 in 2012 UGC-NET June. This contradictory questions of the UGC two-step flow theory contradictory questions has already been asked. So here what things are important? यहाँ पर क्या important है आपके लिए? That to understand the root concept of the model. आप मॉडल का रूट कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं समझेंगे, you cannot answer that what is the contradictory. Okay, so here it is important to understand the fundamental or the root concept of the model. Okay, चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं. Now coming to the two-step flow theory part. ठीक है, two-step flow theory जो है आपका, that in 1944 Paul Lagerfeld, an American social researcher, Bernard Bergson and the Hazel Goddard, the three great researchers, Paul Lagerfeld, Bernard Bergson, Hazel Goddard, was introduced the two-step flow theory of communications. Okay, important, very much important. Please remember this all researchers name. Okay, बहुत ही ज़्यादा जरूरी है. So everybody please pay attention here. Yes. Now the book was the people's choice. In the book it is mentioned about the two-step flow theory of communication, that people's choice, how the voter makes up his mind in a presidential campaign. Okay, so moving towards the next slide, that we will come to understand the two-step flow theory. So basically see the purpose of the study. इस स्टडी का पर्पस क्या था? That we have discussed that it was focused on presidential election campaign and the people decision making process towards the campaign, right? So लोग decision कैसे बना रहे हैं, how the people is making the decision, that was the study that how people is making decision for the elections of the president. Okay, president election campaign के लिए जो है इसमें people participate कैसे बना रहे हैं, कैसे लोग जो है वोट देने के लिए किसको चॉइस कर रहे हैं, राइट, टू whom they are liking for the president. So this what to study by the three researcher, the Hazel Goddard, Bernard Belson, and the Paul Lagerfeld. Okay, so all three researchers were wanted to find out practically, right, find out practically that whether the mass media message affect the direct influence. क्या मास मीडिया मैसेज का डायरेक्ट इन्फ्लुएंस होता है वोटिंग डिसीजन अमॉन्ग द पीपल, दैट द मीडिया इफेक्ट्स द डायरेक्टली ऑन द पीपल, दैट people that make themselves their decisions, or there are else, और कुछ इसके अलावा है, right? So what he observed that they found the media masses like the radio and newspaper are very less influensive, not much influensive, very less influensive than the informal personal communication on the voting behavior, right? So the same thing that which I had told you just before, that media has not having direct influence in the two-step flow theory, that three researcher observed, right? So what the direct influence is there here? कैसे लोग इन्फ्लुएंस होते हैं, how people get influenced. People were influenced by the informal personal communication, or you can say interpersonal communication on the voting behavior. Okay, so based on this research data, two-step flow theory of mass communication was developed by the Elihu Kast and the Paul Lagerfeld. Okay, so this is important two-step flow theory, that the communications was developed by the Elihu Kast and the Paul Lagerfeld. Okay, is it clear? जल्दी से बताएंगे, सभी को क्लियर है? Everybody, yes. कोई confusion? There should not be any confusion while you are learning the models and theories, right? आपको confusion नहीं होना चाहिए, right? There should not be any confusion while you are learning the models and theories or any other topic. Okay, so two-step flow theory diagram is here, that you can understand through these diagrams that how that personal communication or the informal communication or the interpersonal communication is being done in two-step flow model. Okay, so here the opinion leader. अब opinion leader कौन होता है जी? Opinion leader कौन होता है? जल्दी से बताएंगे. Everybody will tell. Yes, who influence? Yes, great, very good. Politician influence people of the society. Very good. So these all are the opinion leaders. ये सारे क्या हैं? Opinion leader हैं. और इस opinion leader किसको influence कर रहे हैं? इनको influence कर रहे हैं, right? ये इनको influence कर रहे हैं. देखिए कितने लोग हैं. So mass media से direct touch में कौन है? Opinion leaders touch में होते हैं. Directly with the mass media, opinion leaders are in touch and they influence the people, less active people, passive audience, they influence. Like, so mass media के यहाँ direct नहीं है, direct it is not. First step is that, yes, very good. Art Tyndall is saying that who form opinion with substantial knowledge and influence the opinion followers. Okay, yes, very good. So here the mass media is not impacting directly the opinion leaders, is that opinion leaders is influencing the audience, right? So अब हम opinion leaders का थोड़ा सा definition को देख लेते हैं, जैसा आप लोगों ने भी बताया. ठीक है, opinion leaders देखिए. Opinion leader is a leader for certain group who gives detail and information to the lesser active persons in the group. ठीक है, lesser active people को वो inform करते हैं, डिटेल देते हैं. ठीक है, कुछ certain group को देते हैं. लेकिन आपको एक चीज याद रखना होगा, that I am just will tell you that first understand that for the example in the office managing director is an opinion leader. ऑफिस में मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर कौन होता है? मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर ही ओपिनियन लीडर होता है. ठीक है, पब्लिक में पॉलिटिकल लीडर ओपिनियन लीडर होता है. ठीक है, पॉलिटिकल लीडर इज द ओपिनियन लीडर इन द पब्लिक. managing director is an opinion leader in the office. They interpret the information to their own group. Now the term interpret, it means they include some of the opinions, right, in the actual content में कुछ opinions जो है वो अपना लगाते हैं, ठीक है. So this is what that they interpret the information to their own group, but you should keep in mind that opinion leader is a leader only for their own group, not for all. सभी के लिए ओपिनियन लीडर नहीं है, सिर्फ वही ग्रुप के लिए, अपनी ग्रुप के लिए ओपिनियन लीडर है. इफ आई एम द ओपिनियन लीडर ऑफ द एरिस्टोटल बैच, राइट, सो आई एम मेकिंग यू अवेयर, राइट. सो दिस इज व्हाट that opinion leader influence or give the informations, okay, to the group. Okay, so this is what the opinion leaders about the this. So assertion region questions, can be here. So assertion, in the assertion, it will be a statement will be given to you that opinion leader is a leader only for their own group, not for all. So assertion will be everybody. So assertion will be true. Yes, very good. It means you are paying attention. So please note it down that it is very important. Question कहीं से नहीं आता, यही से आता है. Opinion leader is a leader only for their own group, not for all. So this is the true assertion. Okay. And what will be the region? Region will be that opinion leaders, this is R, that opinion leader is a leader for certain group who gives a detail and information to the lesser active person in the group. So both A and R are true, and R is the valid region or satisfying the region. R is the valid or great explanation of A. Okay. So this is what that assertion region type question are asked. Okay. So now in the third line, through this transformation of masses, the leaders may add their opinion. Okay. So that we were talking about the interpretation. This is what, okay, वो ये चीज है जहां पर हम ये बात कर रहे थे कि ओपिनियन लीडर अपनी भी जो है अपनी थॉट की, अपनी आइडियाज का कुछ ना कुछ बायस्ड हो ही जाता है. सो ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन ऑफ द मैसेज दैट लीडर्स मे एड देयर ओन ओपिनियन ऑन द एक्चुअल कंटेंट व्हिच मे अफेक्ट द लो एक्टिव यूजर्स, राइट. सो यहां पर इंटरपर्सनल कम्युनिकेशन का पावर देखिए, ठीक है. अब से आपको ये ध्यान रखना है कि मीडिया का डायरेक्ट पावर नहीं है. मीडिया से भी बड़ा कौन होता है? मीडिया से भी बड़ा कौन होता है? A person who can influence the public. ठीक है. So there is no need of media once you are very or good orator. आप एक अच्छा orator है, you can influence the large group of people. Okay, as the Narendra Modi is doing nowadays. Okay, so this is what the transformation of masses when the leaders may add their opinion. Okay, great. चलिए, Is it clear? जल्दी से बताएंगे. टू स्टेप फ्लो थ्योरी क्लियर है? एवरीबॉडी इज क्लियर अबाउट द टू स्टेप फ्लो थ्योरी एंड द मैजिक बुलेट फ्लो थ्योरी? यस, वेरी गुड. सभी को इजी लैंग्वेज में समझ में आ गया. वेरी गुड.